All right, breaking today over on Dog Post and elsewhere, the Southeastern Conference coaches named Kirby Smart the Coach of the Year inside the league, and I really don't think it's much of a surprise. There's not been a lot of undefeated seasons in the SEC of late, and Kirby Smart just ripped that off 8-0 on way to the conference championship game. Now the Dogs will get ready for the Michigan game, Orange Bowl, and considering everything that went on this season, you're playing with a quarterback you didn't start the season with. You've got a slew of injuries, and just the dominant nature by which Georgia went through this season. The only team in the league to go undefeated, as I said, and that's not happened a lot in the, I guess, 29 or 30. It's 30-year history that the league has been split into two divisions. So I'll read a little bit of the statement that followed with Kirby being named that. In his sixth season as head coach, Smart guided the number 3 Bulldogs to a 12-1 record in the program's fourth SEC Eastern Division since 2017. Later this month, the Dogs will take on Michigan. Yada yada. This marks the 13th Coach of the Year honor for a Georgia Bulldog football head coach voted by the coaches. Smart is the fifth Georgia coach to earn such an honor. The other thing that happened today was that Brock Bowers was named SEC Freshman of the Year, and that's a tremendous accomplishment. And I don't think, I don't think he could have been named Player of the Year, but I'll tell you, he's going to be a candidate from here on out. He is a hell of a player, a game changer, a guy who has been just deadly. Here's some of the release from the dog about Bowers. Bowers has a single season receiving yards for a tight end, 791 yards on 47 catches. He is now 2 catches shy of tying Georgia's single season record for tight end catches. He is one of only 2 freshmen nationally to be ranked in the top 11 in total receiving touchdowns with 11, and he is the top tight end on the national list. I think the Mackey Award is the tight end award. I am not a voter in the Mackey Award. I'll tell you, they definitely missed on that one. This is the 7th SEC Freshman of the Year for the Bulldogs voted by the league. Jake Fromm was the most recent one who got that in 2017. Certainly deserved it then. And there were a slew of other things, other awards that went out, like first team guys. Brock Bowers, Jordan Davis, Devontae White, Nakobe Dean, and Jake Camarda were all first team guys. But really, the job that Kirby did this year, it's not done yet. Everyone's going to be a prisoner of the moment about the Alabama game, which is fine. But really, just a heck of a season for Kirby and company. I think he totally deserves this. And the Coach of the Year award is hard to pull off for guys like Nick Saban and Kirby Smart, to be honest with you, because the association is that they have the best players, therefore they should win. Well, yeah, and he did. And I think the way in which Kirby and Georgia won this season was the reason why he won this award. Again, a lot of injuries on the offensive side of the ball for Georgia, and yet, think about this season at Georgia. You had Eric Gilbert, Scott Cochran dealing with off the field issues, both of them. You do not have 2 of your best receivers playing in George Pickens and Don Blaylock. You've got, an injury to your starting quarterback that was replaced midway through the season. You lose your starting right guard in the first game of the season. There's been a lot of stuff that Kirby's gone through, and they managed not just to win all their games in the regular season, but do it so in dominating fashion. There's certainly something to be said for that. I think he totally deserves this award. I was wondering if the league would vote this way. I think that Mark Stoops certainly had a Coach of the Year type season. I don't know that you could say that about Nick Saban, but they won the conference. There's something to be said for that for sure. But it really, to me, it'd be tough to get past Kirby winning this award. It really just was an excellent season for the Dogs, and it's not over yet. We're going to see how this team concludes its season. Obviously, the game with Michigan, where they're about a little more than a touchdown favorite over the Wolverines. Those tickets are going crazy. Very competitive marketplace for tickets in the Orange Bowl, but for me, I completely agree with this voting. A season ago, I think it was Dan Mullen. I'm not sure. That's making me kind of wonder right now. Um, I want to see who it was through the years, but I think it might have been Dan Mullen. But I got to tell you, last season, um, I think Nick had the best year last year, and this season, that's been. I mean, I think for sure you could have gone perhaps with Sam Pittman, but to me, not really. I mean, it is the best coach this year was Kirby. Um, And I think I mean I'm sure he will get a bonus for that. I don't know that off the top of my head, but he totally yeah, Nick did win it last year. Ed Orgeron in 2019. Mark Stoops for sure deserved it in 18. Kirby won this in 17, which he should have that season too. But there's been, a slew of guys through the years. Mark Richt won it once, and that's it, which is kind of amazing. In 2002. And Lou Holtz has won this thing. Steve Spurrier's won it a few times. Pat Dye. There's not a lot of guys on this list who were sort of failures as head coaches. There are some guys who their time got long in the tooth at their school. Les Miles, Kevin Sumlin, Gus Malzahn, Jim McElwain. But I think and Ed Orgeron. But here lately, we've had some success with folks. Nick has won this thing 5 times, but once at LSU. And he, that 03 season at LSU was a special year at LSU. You're not going to win this award typically with 4 losses. Jim McElwain did that in 2015. Steve Spurrier was named Coach of the Year in 2010 with that Florida team at 9-5. That sort of pulled the rug out from underneath Gene Chizik that season when they won the national championship. But Spurrier turned Carolina around and got to the Eastern Division championship. I think Kirby is totally deserving of this award. Um, I don't know if he'll be National Coach of the Year. That could be Jim Harbaugh. That would make sense for sure. Oh my gosh, the Grambling head coach Eddie Robinson. Oh, drawing a blank. Though that voting is still going on. I am a voter on that one. I've not cast my vote quite yet. So I think I think for Kirby, there's an outside chance he could be coach of the year nationally. He very well could win it. That's a regular season award. I think when you look at his competition, there would have been Harbaugh, maybe Luke Fickell. I mean, honestly, it probably be Luke Fickell, but it would be that group because Alabama's season that was not Coach of the Year worthy. That one game certainly was against Georgia, but they had a more up and down year than the Dogs did. Look, take advantage of this $2 deal we've got over on Dog Post. Click the link below. We'll see you over on the website.